Hi gamers, I am John of Video Games in the World. I have returned after such a long time because I had a very sad month due to the loss of my father. It was very difficult for me and the loss is irreplaceable. I loved him so much. He was my father, my true advisor, and best friend more than anything in the world. I love you, Dad. Te quiero mucho y te extraño. Que Dios te bendiga. Now let's move on to the latest news. So it turns out that Nintendo has finally confirmed a live-action movie adaptation of one of its most iconic video games series, The Legend of Zelda. The director of the movie is Wes Ball, known for the Maze Runner series of movies, and is directing the upcoming movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The developer of the series, Shigeru Miyamoto, announced on his Twitter page the following. This is Miyamoto. I have been working on a live-action film of The Legend of Zelda for many years now with Avi Arad-san, who has produced many mega-hit films. He continued, I have asked Avi-san to produce this film with me, and we have now officially started the development of the film with Nintendo itself heavily involved in the production. It will take time until its completion, but I hope you look forward to seeing it. I know that I am. Wow. He's working with Avi Arad, which means this could be really good, and hopefully it's a faithful adaptation. It should be adapted from at least one of the games. I'm thinking Ocarina of Time with references to Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, and Four Swords, and plenty other games as well. Anyways, Avi Arad is known for working in the Spider-Man movies and the Spider-Verse animated movies, so I gotta say that it should be a good one. I never thought I would see the day that a live-action Zelda movie could enter production. Because we know since the failure of the live-action Mario movie in 1993, Nintendo has been pretty apprehensive of adapting one of its games into a live-action movie. However, with the success of the 2023 animated movie, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it turns out that Nintendo has now decided to produce a Zelda movie. The movie has made $1.36 billion at the box office worldwide, which was later surpassed by Greta Gerwig's live-action Barbie movie this summer, and the recent Five Nights at Freddy's movie adaptation might have surpassed the Mario movie as well. Miyamoto-san told Variety magazine this in the cover story. The reason we were so resistant and careful to adapt our games into movies is because in video games there is always a player who overcomes challenges and fights their way through. The struggle, redoing the levels over and over, it's all a part of it. He continued, just following the plot points of the video games will never work as a movie. Without the involvement of the player, it won't meet expectations. The details of the game are still being worked on, but I can hope that they base it on Ocarina of Time. Well, maybe that's the most expected one for an adaptation by a lot of fans. I just hope that they cast the right actors for the characters. If I were to choose the actor for Link, it would be either Tom Holland or Finn Jones. For Princess Zelda, either Millie Bobby Brown or Sophie Turner. For Ganondorf, either Ben Kingsley or Idris Elba. If I recall correctly, I remember that Academy Award winner and star of Captain Marvel and its sequel, The Marvels, Brie Larson, wanted to play Zelda. She's cast, there will be many who will embrace her. Some may say, I don't think she's Zelda, but at least they could be willing to give her a chance. I know I will give her a chance. But some people, unfortunately, well, they would be screaming because they act like she's the devil incarnate. Idiots. We all know the story of the series where an elf warrior named Link rescues the Princess Zelda from the clutches of the evil wizard Ganon. This isn't the first time that Zelda had an adaptation. If you were a child raised in the 80s or the 90s, then I'm sure you remember those cheesy Legend of Zelda cartoons where Link says his iconic line, "Here."
Excuse me, princess.
Now, the recent installment in the games is Tears of the Kingdom, which sold more than 10 million copies in just 3 days. And I really loved it. I love Breath of the Wild. Mentioned in the past which games I love. My most favorite Zelda games are A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, The Minish Cap, Link's Awakening, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. I also loved A Link Between Worlds and the Hyrule Warriors games. People will hate me for this, but as much as I think Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks were cool, the stylus gameplay of the DS I was not too fond of. Four Swords I never played because it required 4 players to play, but I saw how awesome it was. The Legend of Zelda is something I hold very dear in my heart as a gamer, alongside all these other game series such as Super Mario Bros., Sonic the Hedgehog, Metroid, Halo, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Dragon Quest, Fire Emblem, Metal Gear, and so on. For this live-action movie, let's just hope that they do not screw this up. Because as far as we know, most video game adaptations were a total failure, such as the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie, guilty pleasure, Double Dragon, the Street Fighter movie starring Van Damme, guilty pleasure, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Wing Commander, the 2005 Doom movie, Doom Annihilation, The Legend of Chun-Li, Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil Extinction, To the Final Chapter, Prince of Persia, Need for Speed, Warcraft, Tekken, King of Fighters, Assassin's Creed, etc. The good ones were Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, Silent Hill, the 2018 Tomb Raider movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Uncharted, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, The Last of Us TV series, Five Nights at Freddy's, Castlevania Nocturne, Dragon Age Absolution, Tekken Bloodline, The Last of Us, etc. So what are your thoughts on this adaptation of The Legend of Zelda? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, everyone. This is China Video Games in the World. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.